Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru, giving my weekly comical Dallas Cowboy loss video. Like I said, this is a draft channel, but once a week I will throw out a Dallas, video. Once again, sub and subscribe. It don't cost a dime. And this is an off week. Still the best beard on YouTube. All right, where do we start, man? If you, as a Dallas fan, honestly thought that this defense was going to stop Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, you were dropped on your head as a child. Let's be honest. Because look what happened last week versus Saints. And we think with tough coaching, we're going to turn this defensive line into what, Doomsday 2, Doomsday 3? Yo, it's not, man. For the people that are looking to blame Mike Zimmer, not everyone has the same football IQ. They ran at us on will. And I said it last night. The only thing Mike Zimmer, first of all, Mike Zimmer inherited Dan Quinn's team. He inherited Quinn's personnel. Mike Zimmer likes to run two giant one techs up the middle. We don't even have one giant one tech in the middle. Yet Zimmer likes to run two. So it's like he inherited somebody else's defense. And after two games of two losses, everyone's looking to throw him under the bus. But listen, today was a colossal failure from the top to the bottom. We're just going to stick on the defense. Defensive line, atrocious. There was no defensive line today. Might as well gotten four 350-pound dudes out of the stands and threw jerseys on them and said, yo, we'll give you a few hot dogs and some jerseys after the game. You might as well have done that. Where's Mozzie? The great Mozzie Smith, who all the fun bunch, all the Dallas podcasters, they compared him. They compared him to Mark Henry from the WWE. They compared his strength to Larry Allen. Yet, all they did was went on his horrible highlights. I said it from day one. He was a bust. And I got so much hate. Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? I said Jabril Cox was a bust from day one. Who's laughing? I said Damone Clark was a bust. But I don't blame it firmly on him because you don't draft a linebacker, first of all, with a neck issue. Where are all our fans who anointed Demarion Overshown the next Ray Lewis? Where are them? Where are the fans that thought a 32-year-old Eric Kendricks is going to save this team? Where are these fans? I'll say it. This is why this is a draft channel. I just have a different hat on because I had a medical procedure, had to get something chopped off back there. That's why I have a different hat on because I don't want to get one of my custom hats stained from the medication. But our fan base is the most our fan base sleeps with a nightlight on. We have the most delusional fan base in the world. After the Cleveland game, our fan base was like, yeah, we're going to the playoffs. We're going this, we're going that. And I was like, that win didn't mean anything to me because Cleveland played that bad. And ironically, Cleveland lost to the Giants today. So I stop. I don't want to hear the shit. You can only play who's in front of you. And I said this before the season started. This is a 7-10 team. Go through all my videos, and there's not many Dallas videos at all because this is a college football channel. This is a draft channel. I said in my few videos, Dallas has a top 5 worst defensive tackle room in the NFL and a top 5 worst running back room in the NFL. Everybody's like, oh, you're a hater, you're this and that. I'm like, no, I say the truth. Even when I lie, I say the truth. Yet, where's this great defense? Where's the great Micah Parsons? Where is he? Yo, skip your podcast tomorrow, my friend. Get some rest, put some pounds on, try to figure out what you are. Because I don't know what you are. And I've said this before. You're not a full time edge. You know, anyone who's ever seen this movie, There Will Be Blood, because physical offensive tackles, they drink your milkshake, they drink it up. That's a famous quote from that movie. Daniel Day-Lewis was in it. I think he had 3 tackles today. He had one rush from up the middle where he got close to Lamar. But even when Lamar Jackson was running up the middle, like piss poor effort trying to tackle him. And then when they threw Micah at linebacker, he's clueless. He like, I'm sorry, he looks like he's back at Penn State. But he's not getting by with this, what he got by with at Penn State. He's not a linebacker. I agree with you. D-line needs to hit the weight room. They need to hit in and out, Jar Jar. I agree with you 1,000%. Our defensive line has gotten smaller. We wasted a 6th-round pick for Phillips, the defensive tackle from the Giants, who we could have signed in free agency, but the Joneses were on vacation on their billion-dollar yacht. Yet we could have signed him for just a regular salary, but no. We gave a 6th round to the Giants for him, and now we put him on IR, but he's saying he's fine. Maxi Pad played defensive tackle today he played on roller skates. Gross. Osa, sorry, man, he ain't the answer. Gross. The running lanes, I'm an old man. I could have had 50 yards today running the ball against Dallas's defensive line. Am I going to throw it all on Zimmer? No, I'm not going to throw it all on Zimmer because us fans, not me, but us fans gave Dan Quinn 3 years, and our fan base, up until the Green Bay game, thought Dan Quinn was the second coming of Jesus Christ. And I hated Dan Quinn since day one, and I still hate Dan Quinn. So people that want to throw Zimmer under the bus, it's just nah, man. It's you just don't have the dogs. You ain't gonna take a poodle and turn him into a pit bull. It ain't gonna happen. I don't care what coach you have. When Brady left New England and a lot of other players, what did Belichick? How did he turn out? Then all of a sudden he was a garbage coach. Yeah, he has how many Super Bowls? And how many Super Bowls did he have when he was defensive coordinator with the Giants? That's idiotic fan basing. You win with personnel. There's blame to be made everywhere. I said the rookies we have on offensive line, they're going to have growing pains. But yet our fan base anointed Cooper Beebe, anointed Tyler Guyton as a Hall of Famers. And I say, yo, let's slow down. Let's not put him in Canton yet. Guyton gave up a sack today. He still looked better than Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele gotta go. He was when you're an offensive, like, okay, they play on turf, but when you're an offensive lineman and the back of your jersey is dirty, there's an issue. If they were playing on grass today and mud, the back of Terrence Steele's jersey would be all black. He got trampled today. I know he's at a point of his contract where we can move on from him. But now it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop scratching. Talking to my killer. I've said it. I've been saying it since draft day. I'm like, next year, because this is a draft channel, right tackle on Dallas is going to be a sneaky need, a very sneaky need. 2 defensive tackles. This team needs 2 defensive tackles. This team needs 2 edges. This team needs another linebacker and another corner and a safety. This team, we have 10 draft picks. And let's be honest, I would say 7. Listen, it all depends how the board falls to you. 7 of them got to go on defense. 2 running backs and let's say a right tackle. I can find a good right tackle around 4, 5, 6, 7. I can. Why can't this organization? My opinion, zero techs is the easiest position to find out of every position there is across the board. Yet, why is it this team can't? Yet we went out and signed. We traded for Phillips, and then we signed old man Linvar Joseph. And our fan base, they went out and, well, first of all, like the Kool-Aid drinkers, they went out and did videos on these dudes. They all did videos on Carl Lawson. How are you feeling now? You would have been better off standing out in the rain, man, than trying to sell water for people to clean their cars. It's a joke, man. It just doesn't make sense. There's blame to everyone. I mean, why? I don't understand why Lamb got all this money, yet they targeted him like 4 times. Yet this fan base is going to look to kill CD Lamb for the one fumble he had. But yet, if Dak had 6 interceptions, they wouldn't say a word. You can't say, like, Lamb is untouchable. I mean, Dak is untouchable. Mike is untouchable. Micah played horrible today. And then I seen him yelling at guys on the sideline. Bro, why don't you look in the mirror at yourself and yell? Micah is not a dog. He's not. He has a running back's mentality. He's not a dog. Not a dog. McCarthy got to go. I don't know if they were going to make. I don't know if they'll make the change during the season. Maybe put Al Harris to defensive head coach. Maybe they'll move him. I don't know. Or maybe they'll put Zimmer the head coach and put Al Harris to DC. I don't know, but I said the first 6 games you're going to go 2-4, 3-3 tops. The Giants game, yo, that'll probably be it'll be probably a lot closer than people think. Giants have they have skill positions. They do. And Daniel Jones can run. So, and they have a young defense. And everyone's acting like we're world beaters. We're not, bro. Then we play Pittsburgh. Then we play the Lions. Then we play the 49ers. Bro, what's going to be very, very interesting. I want to know what's going to happen come next April. Remember this video, people. Mark it. September 22 at 22 hours. What's Dallas going to do when we have a top 10 pick next year and we have a top flight quarterback staring us in the face? What are we going to do? Most likely what they're going to do is look to trade back and get picks. But what are they going to do because they just paid Dak and all the people, I'm telling you, Dak should start his own church, call it the Church of Dak, and there would be millions of people there every day. Everyone's going to say, but he had 360 yards. Yeah, 260 of them were in the 200 plus were in the fourth quarter. Then they'll say, oh, but Dallas defense came on. Bro, you're playing against the JV. Baltimore let you back into the game because they didn't put their foot on your throat. They didn't do what New Orleans did. Baltimore let you back in. And Dallas was scoring points against a prevent defense. So, but I'll say it and I'll say it again. If you're playing fantasy football, Dak Prescott is your quarterback because points are points in fantasy football, and he'll get you your garbage points in the fourth quarter. Listen, man, it starts at the top, and you can point blame and everywhere. But anyone thinks that this team cares, bro? They're already showered. They're already showered in the strip club, laughing their asses off. Let's be honest, man. And the game ended. They traded jerseys, went inside. Now they're already in the strip club, having fun, man. And the only way, I'll say it again, the only way you can hurt Jerry is by stop watching the product. I'll watch next week's game because they play the Giants, and then after that, if they're not on TV, I won't watch them. I really don't care for what. My father, God rest his soul, before he passed, the last decade before, he would say, watching Dallas football is not even enjoyable. And it's the truth. But yet, us fans really have to do some soul searching because the only way you can hurt Jerry is in the pocket. Tomorrow, we'll be starting back on college. We'll be going back to college, Monday college, reviewing teams and players on the rise. And then all week we'll be talking about teams and players that are going downhill. How ironic, before the season started, I said Miami. You is going to be a player. Nobody thought they was. How are they playing? How's Rutgers playing? How's Kyle Monungai looking? Who talked about him? I've been talking about him since May. All the running backs I've given you, defensive linemen, offensive linemen, D tackles. How's Ohio State looking? How's Georgia looking? So, like I said, everyone, this is my weekly rant on my Dallas, and that's it. This is a college football draft station. But how funny you're gonna see when this season keeps going, you're going to see a lot of channels start talking about draft because the season is going to be. Listen, man, 4 more weeks, the season's over, man. It is what it is. Talk to you tomorrow. I'll have 5 teams on the rise tomorrow, 5 college teams that are on the rise, and I'll have 5 college players that stood out to me from this past weekend. We all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it's for life. Over and out, everybody.